The role that Nikita Zadorov will play with the Boston Bruins has potentially revealed and will show that Charlie McAvoy's game is only going to get better. But Don Sweeney has also made a few signings today, showing us how he is keeping his promise in this offseason. We're also going to be talking about Mason Lohrei, how his game is going to evolve heading into next season. We have a defense fold video here today, so we're going to, touch on all of this stuff, kind of get a bit of conversation going. I want to know what you guys think about one specific topic, so make sure to stick around, see what I got to say. But before we get into this video, we know 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button here and join me as we cover everything Boston Bruins in this offseason. We're still waiting for that Jeremy Swayman signing, and you will not want to miss it. So make sure to hit the sub button for when he does sign. But let's get into our first topic here, which is the Bruins make a few signings. Now, none of these are big ones. They are pretty minor league ones with a possibility of an NHL contract, but this really still proves that Don Sweeney is keeping the promise that he made to us earlier in this offseason. And we're going to start this one off here with this. The signings of Alec Regula and Michael Callahan, both minor league signings, but one thing both have in common. Pretty big. One of Alec Regula, 6'4", Michael Callahan, 6'2", both pretty heavy set and really showing that Don Sweeney's committed to making this team, even in the minors, bigger and stronger. That's one thing that he said. He wanted this team to get stronger, he wanted them to get bigger, and he wanted this team to be able to be more physical in any scenario. And we know the kind of injuries that happened last season. You really never know when you have to go to your 7th, 8th, 9th defenseman. And having the possibility of still a very big defenseman in the AHL making their way to the NHL for even if it's only a game, that still works out as long as the size is there, fits into the Bruins system, that works out. But here's what we have from this one. And this is, I'm not going to read all of this. Pause and you can read it if you want to. But this is from the Boston Bruins Twitter, and it says, General Manager Don Sweeney announced today, July 12th, that the team assigned defensemen Michael Callahan and Alec Regula, each to a 1-year, 2-way contract with a cap hit of $775. As you can see, Michael Callahan, 6'2", 196 pounds, appeared in 70 games with the Bruins last season, Providence that is, and 17 points. Not incredible numbers, but still, not there to be an NHL superstar or a talent, but 66 points in 138 NCAA games. The possibility of being, a pretty solid defenseman, a pretty underrated defenseman is there. And Alec Regula, one we're familiar with, 6'4", 218 pounds, a big guy. 55 games last season with Providence once again, and 26 points with a plus 36 rating. So Alec Regula, had a quite the good and really underrated season that we didn't hear about too much in Providence. He's back on a 1-year deal, as said there, and played 22 games for the Chicago Blackhawks. So it really does show that he could potentially make some effort or some moves or waves in the NHL, I guess, if the opportunity does arise. And it would still take a lot, but having that there, having that possibility, and in the Taylor Hall trade would be nice to see. So a few minor signings there, but Don Sweeney still committing to that, increasing the size and the physicality on this team. But let's head over to our second topic of this video here, which is Zadorov's role has potentially been revealed by Conor Ryan. And Conor Ryan, for those who don't know, a Bruins reporter on Twitter, very, very good, always up to date with the latest news, and one that I get most of my sources from. So I do recommend checking him out. But this is what we have here from him today, kind of discussing on a podcast what role that he thinks Nikita Zadorov will play. Putting Zadorov with McAvoy, I think that makes a lot of sense. He can kind of do the dirty work and have McAvoy focus more down the other end of the ice where he can really be assertive. I think he's going out to get a lot more out of McAvoy's game as a result. And this is one thing that we want to see. Charlie McAvoy getting more out of his game, whatever he needs to do, whatever opportunity or thing he has to do to be able to get his game better, his game more offensive rounded, I guess. It's already there. He just needs that solid defensive partner to be able to make that happen there. He can go up, and you can rely on the guy that is back there. Nikita Zadorov is that guy. That's the guy you want to see be in this situation, be in on your blue line when your other defenseman is down low and someone else is covering. 6'6", not known for his, I would say, offensive ability. However, in the playoffs, was quite good, I have to say, with the points. 8 points in 13 games for Zadorov. Not something you always see. 20 minutes time on ice. Great signs heading into this upcoming season. But from the defense, from what we're seeing right now, let's move this to a bigger picture so you can see. I'll keep this up for a moment. we're really seeing two possibilities. Charlie McAvoy is not coming off that first line. We've established that that is one thing that is not, will not, and can't happen, frankly. And then we have the opportunity of Zadorov, whatever his official pronunciation is, and Hampus Lindholm on that first pairing left side. I think that both are great opportunities, great situations, and the Bruins defense right now is looking fantastic. And Zadorov, in my opinion, is the guy that I would put on this first line, having the defensive capabilities, having the physical capabilities that he does have. Here with Charlie McAvoy, an offensive defenseman and a defensive defenseman, works out just the exact way we want to see it, and will be perfect for what we're going to see from Charlie McAvoy next season, and giving him more options to be up front, to be in the play more, to use that offensive talent that he may not always have had the opportunity to use when being paired with Matt Gryzleck. And I think we're going to see a big season out of a lot of these defensemen here in this upcoming season, especially some other ones that I'm going to be talking about later, as well as Mason Lohrei, but everybody. This whole defensive core looks fantastic right now, and I will pull that up once more. I really don't see a full weakness here. A lot of talented guys. Brandon Carlo, Hampus Lindholm, Mason Lohrei, Andrew Peak, and of course that first line of Zadorov and McAvoy. This is a defense that you want to see in a deep playoff run, and this is one that you're going to have to see all step up. And these are the types of players, and even the names on the backs of their jerseys don't matter. It's the logo on the front. And that's what I'm very excited to see about all of these players next season. We also think about Parker Wotherspoon. What's going to happen with him? Does he end up cracking this lineup here or there? And that's also another great option to have available at the ready. So we'll pull up just very quickly before we do move on. Charlie McAvoy stats, 47 points in 74 games this year. We want to see this go up a lot next season. I'm not going to rely on it. I'm not going to say it's a bad season if it don't happen, but with the available defensive defenseman that he will likely and hopefully be paired with, I would be very excited to see what this does end up going to next season. And then let's keep this here. Let's bookmark this, come back to this video at the end of next season, and we'll have a look at the point spread and the differential between these two seasons. But let's move on to our final topic here of this video, which is a huge season is coming up for Mason Lohrei. And that's another defenseman that I wanted to talk about. He's going to have a very big season now, with a role for him being ready, already there, and frankly is his to lose at this point. Really that's what we are expecting. It's what we're seeing with the exit of Kevin Shattenkirk and all the other defensemen. As you can see here, Matt Gryzleck, Derek Forbort, and Kevin Shattenkirk, their exits really give Mason Lohrei a huge opportunity and clear up space for him in the lineup next season. Because of this, Lohrei shows clear improvement as last season continued. There was reason to believe he is a breakout candidate, and Lohrei has the tools to be an impactful two-way defenseman in the NHL, and it will be fun to see how he can do that next season. Expect him to have more of a significant role and get chances on both the special teams units now that isn't entering next season, more adjusted to the NHL. Should be a big year for the 2020 second round pick, and I'm very excited to see what he can do. As I mentioned, more opportunity for him, more of a role, more of a space for him to be able to do his job, make his game into the NHL, and actually fully commit to it rather than not knowing if you're going to be playing night in, night out. And I really hope that he does take this opportunity and runs with it, because the way that he played last season, I loved watching him. Obviously, there were those rookie mistakes that every player has. It's very, very rare that a player will not have any rookie mistakes just from the transition from college, NCAA, overseas in the juniors. There's always that little step that you have to go up to be able to improve your game. And everybody has that. And this is going to be the season where Lohrei is going to take that step, go over that hump, and fully see his NHL game into work now. So let me know what you think about all this. Let me know what you think about Lohrei's game, but also, who would you pair with Charlie McAvoy? Is it Lindholm? Is it Zadorov? Many other options, but I think it could be those two or one of the two. 99% sure. I can't say the 100% because I'm not an insider, but to me, it seems like the right move. So, like I said, let me know what you think, but that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. But I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.